A Scar on the Ocean. The Deepwater Horizon disaster. It was April 20th, 2010. Deep beneath the Gulf of Mexico, the Macondo prospect promised riches but delivered devastation. The Deepwater Horizon drilling rig, a marvel of human ingenuity, became a symbol of failure. An explosion ripped through the platform, fire raged, and tragically 11 lives were lost. The rig sank 2 days later, leaving a gaping wound in the seabed. This event is etched in history as the second largest marine oil spill ever recorded. For 87 days, oil gushed uncontrolled, poisoning the Gulf ecosystem. Millions of barrels of crude oil spread a dark stain across the surface. The disaster was a wake-up call, showing the fragility of our oceans and the severe consequences of human error. The Gulf of Mexico, a jewel of biodiversity, faced an unprecedented crisis. The human element, roles and failures. BP, the British petroleum giant, held primary responsibility for the well. Their choices in well design were critical and ultimately found wanting. Transocean, a Swiss-based company, owned the rig and was responsible for its operation and crew safety. The blowout preventer, a key safety device, failed to seal the well, leading to the unstoppable flow of oil. Halliburton, responsible for cementing the well, faced scrutiny over the cement mixture and procedures used. Regulatory bodies like the Minerals Management Service were tasked with overseeing offshore drilling but faced accusations of lax enforcement. A chain of missteps and systemic failures allowed risks to accumulate, highlighting the need for independent oversight. Nature under siege. The environmental toll. Oil spread like a suffocating blanket across thousands of square miles of ocean. Marine mammals, like dolphins, struggled to breathe through oily sheens. Sea turtles were coated in thick black substance, and their nesting grounds were threatened. Countless seabirds were ensnared. Oil formed toxic plumes in the deep ocean, affecting plankton and fish larvae. Chemicals used to disperse the oil added their own toxicity, creating a damaging chemical soup. Coastal ecosystems, including delicate salt marshes, were inundated with oil. Louisiana's coastline bore the brunt, with blackened beaches and a shattered fishing industry. Even now, more than a decade later, the long-term consequences are still being studied. The Gulf's ecosystem, resilient yet scarred, carries the deep wounds of 2010. Section 4. The depths of risk. Drilling in extreme environments. Deepwater drilling is inherently risky with immense pressures and low temperatures. The Macondo well was in nearly 5,000 feet of water. Equipment must operate flawlessly in extreme conditions far from human reach. The margin for error is perilously thin. The demand for fossil fuels drives exploration into deeper, riskier frontiers. The Deepwater Horizon disaster highlighted the dangers and raised fundamental questions about where and how we drill. Section 5. Echoes of the Spill. Lessons for a Sustainable Future. The Deepwater Horizon disaster underscored the need for stringent safety regulations and enhanced environmental oversight. Independent bodies must monitor drilling activities and have the power to halt operations if risks are too high. Understanding the full environmental impact of spills is vital for future decisions. The disaster made a compelling case for transitioning to renewable energy. Reducing our dependence on oil will lessen the pressure to drill in hazardous locations. The spill spurred advancements in oil spill response and greater awareness of our ocean's fragility. We can choose a future where energy needs are met responsibly with environmental stewardship as a guiding principle. The memory of Deepwater Horizon should fuel our resolve to build a truly sustainable relationship with our planet.